Yesterday that you obtained a search warrant for the defendant's Google account information, his Gmail account. Did you do that?
Yes, I did.
Did you receive results of that?
Yes, I did.
All right. And did you were you able to look through things in the Gmail account, the Google account associated with the defendant?
Yes, I did.
All right. Going to show Ms. Drake State Exhibits 10.1. What was it? 10.1 and 10.2. While she's reviewing those, we'll go back to the MDT so we can keep going. I'm going to show you State's Exhibit 19.1, 19.2, and 19.3. Can you take a look at those and let me know if you recognize them?
Yes, I do.
All right. And 19.1.
Oh, okay.
What is 19.1?
It is Google search history, but with the hyperlinks that you click on.
All right. So it shows you not only what was searched, but also gives you the link that you can click on to go to the same search?
Yes, with the timestamps.
Understood. 19.2, what is that?
Google Chrome. This is other search. Yes, Chrome web visits, and it has the map. So this is a map search as well.
Okay, so for maps, Google Map searches?
Yes, because it has center of map.
All right, and then 19.3.
This is one of his Google searches to a website with a snippet of the website.
Okay. The information that's contained in 19.1, 19.2, and 19.3, is that a fair and accurate representation of the information that you just described that you retrieved from the defendant's mobile data terminal computer?
Yes, it is.
All right, Judge, I move to amend State's Exhibit 19.1, .2, and .3.
If I could ask one clarifying question.
Certainly.
I believe it is 19.3. You indicated it was a search for a website. The picture that is attached to that, was that provided to you by Google, or is that something that you searched what he searched and that's the result you got?
The hyperlink, yeah. You can click on it or you can copy and paste it.
Your Honor, at this point, pursuant to the search warrant, I'm not going to object for purposes of the record. I may have relevancy or other objections to some of the specific items. So for the record purposes at this point, however, the court may overrule me and allow everything in, but just so that we can go ahead and ask this question.
Okay, so exhibits 19.1, 19.2, 19.3 are coming in, are being admitted without objection, except possibly to some contents.
Correct. So I would ask at this point that they just be admitted for purposes of the record and we can revisit that.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. May I have just one moment?
Certainly.
May I provide a member of the gallery with some water?
Yes, that's what I was going to ask.
And I just gave some cough drops as well.
I usually don't allow any kind of food or beverage in the courtroom, but we're going to give you a cup of water so you can. I also have a lozenger.
I gave her.
Okay.
Thank you.
I believe I may have misunderstood Ms. Drake's question and not answered it fully. Can I get clarification? Can I clarify? I just thought about it.
Yeah, so the question I asked you was the photograph that is attached to that particular exhibit, was that sent to you by Google or was that something that you created?
Oh, okay, no, so it was a search history, and then this is something that was actually visited from Google, yes.
Okay, so
Does that make, I was just making sure you weren't asking that he searched that specific URL.
oh, okay.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure I answered correctly.
I want to start out with States Exhibit 19.1. Can you pull that up in front of you?
Yes.
All right. And Your Honor, may I have permission to publish that?
Yes.
You identified this as the search history on the phone?
Yes.
On the phone,
On the computer, yes.
All right, I have it here up on the screen for us all to look at. And I'm going to scroll down here to the first, I guess the second page technically, but the first page with real data. Describe just generally, give us an idea of what's contained in each column. As we're looking here, I'll zoom in on each one specifically as we discuss it.
Keyword search terms?
All right, so contained in that column, the keyword search terms, and that's going to be over here. What does this show, this column?
What was typed in for the search?
Okay, so what was actually searched on the mobile data terminal?
Correct.
All right, next to that, the column where it says last visited date and time, what is that?
It is the date and time that it was visited, and the time is in UTC time.
Okay, and so you have to do the fun conversion of 4 or 5 hours depending on the time?
Yes.
Understood. And then over here where it says URL, what is that?
That is the website address,
Okay, so
the path to get to the website.
if I copied and pasted that, put it into a web browser, it takes me to the same search that the user of the MDT did?
Yes.
Okay. So let's start here at the top, and I'll zoom in here just so it's a little bit more visible. Here at the top, here it says record 422, just for as we're going along. What did the defendant search for on his MDT?
Channel 2 News, Gwinnett.
And when did he search for that?
In UTC time, it's documented as July 29th, 2022 at 12:38 a.m. In Eastern Standard Time, that is July 28th, 2022 at 8:38 p.m.
Okay. The next one that's labeled here, record as 296 and 297. What were the searches for?
296 is hiding a blink camera. That is dated January 26, 2023 at 7:46 a.m. and that's in UTC time. For it to be in Eastern Standard Time, it's January 26, 2023 at 2:46 a.m. because it's daylight savings, so you subtract 5 at that point.
Very good. Now, I'm going to just generally here show you, there's a number of these, and I don't want to go through every single one of them. But here from where it says record number 365, here at the top of the screen,
Yes.
scrolling all the way down through record number 386, which is here on this page at the bottom. What were those search terms for? What was being searched on the MDT?
QT, which is Quick Trip.
All right. Now, while the seconds may vary in when these different searches occurred, I'll scroll back up here. When did the first one occur? And I'll get back up to the top of the page here and zoom in. When did the first search for QT occur?
February 8th, 2023 in UTC time at 3:48 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That would be February 7th, 2023 at 11:48 a.m. or 11:48 p.m. I apologize. Yes. Right.
Is it 5? It would be 10:48.
10:48 p.m. Yes, I was trying to count, sorry.
That's all right. And so there's a number of searches there that we've talked about for QT. The last of which, you said the first one occurred February 7th at 10:48 p.m.
Correct.
The last one, as I scroll down here, which is contained in record number 386. Give us the time there.
It is February 8th, 2023 at 3:48 a.m. UTC. Converted to Eastern Standard Time, that is February 7th, 2023 at 10:49 a.m.
Okay. I'm going to scroll down here to the next series of searches, 390, 391, and 392 on the record number. What were these searches for?
Gwinnett County teen found.
And the dates on the first one, record number 390.
February 9th, 2023, 2 a.m. in UTC time. Eastern Standard Time would be February 8th at 10 a.m. or 10 p.m. No, it's 9 p.m.
That's all right. And I know it's confusing with the daylight savings time.
Yes.
Having to subtract different amounts.
Yes,
So at 10 p.m. February 8th, the defendant searched for Gwinnett County teen found.
correct.
Right. The other two that occurred in 391 and 392, what date and time were those?
They are the same date, and one is at 3:16 a.m., 3:16 a.m., 3:48 a.m.
Before we get down to that.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Okay,
all right.
3:16 a.m. and then -5, so it'd be 10:16 p.m. on the 8th.
Okay. So the first search here that you talked about on February 8th at 9 p.m. essentially, the defendant searches for Gwinnett County teen, and then an hour and 16 minutes later searches for it twice again.
Yes,
Okay. That would occur around 10:16 p.m.
yes.
on February 8th. All right. I'm going to show you here 394 and 395. What are these, and I'll zoom in just so we can see them, what are these searches for?
It says GDOT cameras, which is Georgia Department of Transportation cameras. And then how long is footage kept for GDOT, Georgia Department of Transportation?
All right. The first one, 394, the search for, and I'll just put GDOT cameras. When did that one occur?
February 9th, 2023 at UTC time 3:48 a.m., which would be in Eastern Standard Time February 8th, 2023 at 10:48 p.m.
All right. So how long, and I'm going to scroll back up here to the previous one that you've already testified to. After the defendant searched for Gwinnett County teen at 10:16 p.m. on February 8th, how much longer after that did he start looking up camera footage from the Georgia Department of Transportation?
About 30 minutes.
Okay. The next record, 395, what is that search term?
How long is footage kept for GDOT?
All right. And when did that search occur?
About 5 minutes later, February 9th, 2023 at 3:53 a.m. UTC, which would have been February 8th, 2023 at 10:53 p.m.
And I know there's a lot of different dates and times here, but the Eastern date time was 10:53 p.m.?
Correct.
All right. Now 396. What are we looking for here?
How are you ID by dental records?
And when did this search occur?
February 9th, 2023 at 4:04 a.m. UTC time, which would be February 8th, 2023 at 11:04 p.m.
All right. How long after the defendant searched for the camera footage from the Georgia Department of Transportation, and I'll try to put them both on the screen here, did he search for how was somebody identified by dental records?
A little over 10 minutes later.
Okay. And then lastly, it says record number 404. What is that search?
Gwinnett County teen found.
All right. And when did that occur?
February 10th, 2023, 2:05 a.m. Eastern or UTC time, which would be February 9th, 2023 at 9:05 p.m.
Okay. There's a lot of different searches in this document, but all the searches, with the exception of Channel 2 Action News on July 28th, 2022, and hiding a blink camera here at the top, did those all occur after Susana's body was located in the woods?
Yes.
I want to move now to the State's Exhibit 19.2. Do you have that in front of you?
Yes, I do.
All right. And I'm going to show this briefly, and then we're going to do some other things here. But here, this is very small typeface on here, and it's 13 pages long. But I'm going to zoom in over here just so we get an idea of what is occurring here. And we'll just start with the top one. The columns here, right here where it says search query, what is that information? What is denoted in those columns?
It was Quick Trip. So it's search QT, and he was likely zooming in that area, searching for a QT in the area that was located on the Google Maps at that time.
Okay, so here in the column where it says search query, is that the actual search that the defendant put into his MDT?
Maybe QT near Georgia 316, the Dacula, Georgia. Sometimes it's just documents the area that's visible on the map.
Understood. And this QT search, and the record says 9/28. What's the date and time of that very first search there in the column?
August 6, 2022 at 4:56 a.m. UTC.
All right.
What's
the Eastern?
I can't remember when time changes. Is it November?
This is from October to March is daylight savings time.
Okay, so this would be 12:56 a.m.
All right, so 12:50. So we're going to subtract 4 hours if it's in August.
Yes, August 8th.
All right.
Or August 6th.
So August 6th at 12:56 in the morning. The search is for QT near Georgia 316.
Yes.
Okay. Now, obviously, and I'm just going to scroll through here. As you scroll down the document here, the first 2 pages and a little bit more all have a search for QT near Georgia 316. But then starting here on this third page of records with record number 909, what is the search for beginning here on record number 909?
Merchants Metals.
Okay. And what was the date and time of that search?
August 6, 2022 at 4:54 a.m. UTC, which would be 12:54 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. In relationship to all of the searches for QT, is this around the same time?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And then again, as we scroll down through the rest of these records, are there many more searches for merchants metals?
Yes.
Each one of these, are you able to go on the MDT and click on a hyperlink to take you to what the defendant was actually looking at the time?
Yes.
All right. And each one of these, does it document a slightly different position of the map as the defendant was looking at it?
Yes, each documentation is not like a brand new search. It's him moving around the map. It documents the center of the map. So when you click on it, it'll show you what the view was at the time.
Okay. And then as we scroll down further, we have a little bit more of a description here in like record 901. What is this?
Merchants Metals with the address.
All right. What is the address?
1399 Duncan Lane, Auburn, Georgia 30011.
Okay. And then around the same time, are we back to searching for QTs near Georgia 316?
Yes, we are.
Okay. All of these searches that are contained in State's Exhibit 19.2, are those all around the same approximate time and date?
Yes, they are.
All right. Now, Your Honor, I'd like to, if I may, give Detective Carter my laptop and have her demonstrate through the MDT the actual searches that were conducted.
Okay. It'll go on the screen?
It will. I'll put it up on the screen here in a minute.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. And because we're not going to look at all of those, I'm going to just tell you a few to look at and have you demonstrate those, okay?
Okay.
I do this without dropping anything. All right. All right. And before we do it, you know, I'm come stand up next to Detective Carter for this question?
Sure.
All right. Visible on the screen? All right. Here on the MDT, can you take us to, over here in the left-hand column, if you would, take us to search number 890. You may have to scroll down a good bit. All right, it's there at the top. Can you click on that one? All right, now, before you click that, down here in this portion here, does this area contain the hyperlink to take you to where where the defendant was looking at in record number 890?
Yes, it does.
All right, can you click on that for us, please? All right, now, I'm going to just collapse that so that we can get a full view. What is the area here in record number 890 on August 6th at around 12:54 a.m. that the defendant is viewing?
It is University Parkway, Highway 316 near Drowning Creek.
Okay, and if you could show us, and you can manipulate the computer if you need to zoom out, show us the general area that we're looking at. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. This area that we're looking at, is this the area where Susana's body was located?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And I'm going to take you back to the MDT. Can you pull up record number 901? Should be just almost right there below that screen.
Mm-hmm.
This search term is for what? What was he searching for?
Merchant's Metals.
Okay. And can you click on that hyperlink for us, please? And you can close that side window. Well, let me ask you before you close it.
Mm-hmm.
Merchant's Metals, is that a business?
Yes, it is.
Okay, and obviously the address you spoke out earlier, 1399 Duncan Lane. Can you show the jury where this business is located on the map?
Can I collapse this?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
It is right here.
Okay, and where is that where is Merchant's Metals? If you can zoom out and show us.
Merchant's Metals is right here off of it's off Duncan Lane, which feeds into 316. Drowning Creek is right here, and this is the area where Susana was located.
In terms of distance, do you have any idea how far it is from where Susana's body was located?
Maybe a mile, not far.
Okay. Can you go to record number, we'll go back here to record number 911. All right, would you click that one as well, the hyperlink on this? All right. And what's the defendant looking at here?
QT near Georgia 316 Dacula.
Okay, and even though that's a search term, at that time on this search, which we can go back and look at, of August 6, 2022 at 4:55 a.m. UTC, which you said was 12:55 a.m. Eastern.
Yes.
The defendant is viewing this area.
Yes.
All right, now.
And this just means he moved the map over to this side with that same search term.
Understood. And then lastly, if you'll take us to number 926. And if you click on the hyperlink there. Okay, and show us here what we're looking at.
316 zoomed in on Drowning Creek.
All right, and where we're looking at here, show us how close this is in relation to where Susana's body was located.
Yeah. Another thing on here. I believe it was around this way, around here. It's not far.
Okay. And you can just zoom out.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Okay,
there it is. There's Merchant Metals. It's around here.
Okay. Thank you, Detective Carter. So at try to get this stuff back in. So August 6th, how long after Susana disappeared was taken is August 6th?
Some days, maybe a little over a week.
Okay. So, and she disappeared on the 26th.
About 2 weeks, maybe.
11 days?
Yes.
11 days?
Yes.
Later, that the defendant is searching 12:50 in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, searching the area where her body was recovered.
Yes.
Okay. Lastly, I want to take you to State's Exhibit 19.3. Do you have that there in front of you?
I do.
And Your Honor, may I publish 19.3?
Yes, you may.
19.3, did you tell us what was contained in there again?
It's the Chrome web history.
Okay. And I'm going to pull this up. So you found here on his Chrome web history. Chrome, is that a web browser?
Yes, it's a Google web browser.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to highlight that. What was the website that was visited in this record, in record number 2626?
It was a law website that's titled How to Obtain Traffic Camera Footage in Georgia.
And what time was that? What day and time, excuse me?
February 9th, 2023, UTC time at 3:53 a.m., which would be Eastern Standard Time, February 8th, 2023 at 10:53 p.m.
Okay. Now, and we were talking about this earlier when you were talking with Ms. Drake. Did you click on the hyperlink that was contained here?
Yes.
All right. And I'm going to pull up here this photograph. All right. And is this the screenshot of the actual website that was visited on that URL?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So Kane Law, is that what is that just a law firm?
Yes.
Okay. But this is the site that the defendant looked at February 8th at 10, you said it, 10:53 p.m.?
Yes.
Okay.
Ms. Drake, I'm assuming you've withdrawn your objections to 19.1, 19.2, and 19.3 at this point?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so they are all fully admitted.
May the state and I approach just very briefly?
Certainly.